You guys stick around because I have two things to talk about. One is actually really exciting, and number two is actually really very, very disturbing. It doesn't matter if you live in Texas or you live somewhere else in the United States. It's horrifying. So let's go over number one because I am truly excited about this. Okay, so Miranda Lee from Texan 24 News here locally in Texas wrote an amazing article on myself and my books. And I just cannot be more thankful. My heart is filled with joy to know that you guys are giving me this kind of recognition for all of the efforts that I have done over the last couple of years to help parents learn their rights and stand on those rights with authority, and for exposing corruption. It is just a truly honor for you guys to do that. So thank you so very much for that. You guys are a blessing. And just a little side note, shh, they actually might want me to come on board as one of their new journalists. That's going to be kind of interesting if that does play out. So let's get down to number two. This is actually very disturbing. To meet Judge Tim O'Hare out of Tarrant County, Texas, where he was recently elected into office a couple of years ago. Now, I say the term judge very, very loosely because we're about to find out. Let's take a look at one of his brand new videos showing exactly how he conducts himself in the courtroom.
So I came here last time because my good friend Mason Yancey was murdered in the jail. All right, that's why I meant to come here, but you didn't hear from me. The reason you didn't hear from me is because the thugs you have outside the door there assaulted me, threw me in handcuffs for no reason whatsoever, and tried to arrest me. Thankfully, Sheriff Wayborn fought the better of valor and listened to me when I told him to read the law. Now, let me tell you something.
Remove him immediately for that comment. Get him out.
Excuse me, that's protected speech.
That's not going to be protected in this courtroom.
Did you hear what the judge said? The judge said that's not going to be, your First Amendment right for protected speech is not going to be protected in this courtroom. So right off the bat, we know Judge Tim O'Hare doesn't believe in freedom of speech, and he's sitting on the bench.
Mr. Cradaville, is it indeed protected speech?
Yes, it is. I've got the case law right here.
Mr. Cradaville.
Commissioner, I would say that it would be appropriate for me to live by some clothes on that.
I'm sorry.
I would.
I think it's protected speech.
Well, I believe our policy says you don't allow it.
What policy?
Did you hear what he just said? This man has taken an oath of office to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the Texas Constitution, and he just said while sitting on the bench, well, that's against our policy, right? Your freedom of speech, protected speech, okay, is against our policy. He literally just said that on the bench.
Well, I believe our policy says you don't allow it.
What
It
policy?
just passed and the one before it. So, Mr. Hermes is not present.
What did you just say? What? In response to my question, I couldn't hear you.
It's a more nuanced question than simply me making a bull or strike call at this moment. I would say that so long as the action is in compliance with the court's policy, that's what we should defer to at the moment.
You guys, even the court's attorney is saying as long as it aligns with the court's policy, you know what? No, fuck you. This just goes to show you that the people sitting on the bench who are supposed to be upholding the law and the Constitution have no desire whatsoever to do so. They are completely ignoring their oath of office. They just violated a man's rights to freedom of speech because it did not align with their policy. They just committed a felony. If you are actively and knowingly violating your oath of office as a judge, you are knowingly and willingly committing a felony. And you just did that in open court on the record. Judge Tim O'Hare of Tarrant County, Texas, needs to be immediately removed off of the bench and charged with criminal offenses. This is absolutely insane. This is absurd how this is continuing to go on. Here's my opinion of this douchebag. Tarrant County Judge Tim O'Hare. He's a massive hypocrite. He is a disgrace to the bench. He's a disgrace to being a public servant. And it actually says, no freedom of speech for you. It's against our policy.